Are you feeling overwhelmed by the process of writing a blog post? Don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, I'll share some great strategies that will help you structure your workflow and keep your blog content fresh and engaging. Let's get to it. So, you've got a brilliant idea for a blog post, but maybe you need help figuring out where to start. Or you've started a few already but have yet to capture the audience you were hoping for. Worry not, because in this video, I'll take you through a step-by-step process of crafting a captivating blog post, from deciding on your target audience to hitting that publish button with confidence. If you're just starting out with your blogging journey, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications to catch more videos about this topic in the future. We have tons of helpful videos for those starting out, so make sure to check out our channel. Okay, let's kick off the list with an absolute essential step in any successful blogger's journey, and that is understanding your audience. Crafting a captivating blog hinges on understanding your target audience. Why, you ask? Well, you can't create a blog post to please everyone, but knowing your audience allows you to connect with them on a deeper level, which can help you fulfill their needs through your content. In the long run, you won't run out of content ideas if you know whom you are writing, what they like, and what will make them engaged. Eventually, achieving your blogging goals can be easier this way. Therefore, the first questions to narrow down your niche should be: are they teenagers or young adults? Maybe even professionals within a specific niche, or hobbyists of a particular kind? Each group has unique interests and communication styles. The answers to such questions will help tailor your writing tone accordingly. Next, take into account their location and background. Are they from your area or worldwide? Are they students, or maybe they're working parents? Go beyond demographics. What are their passions, challenges, and online habits? What do they often search for? What content format do they prefer? Having this information in mind lets you address their needs in a way that resonates. It gives you a direction to follow throughout the blogging journey in a way that you can adopt a tone that clicks, addresses their specific issues, and choose the format that they crave. However, one thing to keep in mind is that once you have a large audience reach, don't pander to what the audience wants only to lose your authenticity. Knowing what your audience likes and dislikes will help you to deliver your ideas in the best way possible, but it shouldn't define your overall point of view, as it's not a suitable practice to maintain an audience in the long run. To help you define your target audience, you can create a fictional persona of your ideal reader. You can then use it to make content guidelines, or simply help you imagine you're talking to that person as you write. After you got this part down, you can begin to outline the topics that will become your blog post. Identifying captivating blog topics require venturing beyond mere trends. The key lies in a harmonious blend of reader interests and search volume. Online tools such as Google Trends and Answer the Public are helpful in identifying what sparks curiosity in your audience. For example, this is the search result for the term writing a blog post in Answer the Public. Quite a comprehensive analysis, isn't it? Aside from that, explore question and answer platforms like Quora or other online forums that attract your audience the most. Immersing yourself in these communities gives insights into the topics that occupy your readers' minds. That said, simply identifying trending topics isn't enough. Striking the perfect balance is crucial. While a hot trend might garner initial interest, it may lack long-term value if the search volume is low. So, what do you do to know the search value then? Well, keyword research is the answer. Use tools like Ahrefs Keyword Difficulty Checker to find keywords associated with your blog post topic ideas. It provides valuable data on search traffic volume and keyword difficulty. If you're just starting, the free version is extensive enough to give you some solid data. Aim for keywords in your niche with a high traffic volume and a lower difficulty rating. This balance increases the likelihood of ranking higher in search results. Note all the topics so you can neatly plan what to write on your blog. Once you have the list of keywords, you can now create a content calendar to organize your blog writing workflow. This way, you can plan a timeline of when you should start writing on the post and publishing it. To kickstart your blogging journey, I recommend creating a simple document to be your tracking table. Here's an example of what it looks like. This is a rough demonstration of how you can plan your blog post. Basically, I list the keywords, put estimated publishing dates, add the writing document, and show the progress update here. Of course, adjust information presented to your preference. The reason why I included the post outline column is to streamline the writing process. It acts as a roadmap, helping to structure the flow of your post to enhance readability and engagement. Simply create a blank document using a word processing program like Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Then, jot down any information you find helpful during the writing process. For example, at the top of the document, you can list the focus keyword along with the competitor blog articles as a benchmark. After finding similar articles, you can set the expected word count around the topic. Google Chrome extensions such as Detailed SEO extension can be helpful in collecting such information. Next, choose a blog post title. Ensure that it's descriptive and to the point to grab attention, as it will be the first element readers will see. Below, create the post headings and subheadings to organize your content. This way you can be more coordinated in sorting your ideas while helping readers navigate your post. Structure your blog content by adding critical takeaways from each blog heading. This way, you can establish a precise informational flow to deliver value in the best way for your readers. While you do that, ensure that each section of your outline matches the search intent behind your topic. There are several post types that you can use to present the information, including how-to articles, listicles, opinion pieces, and product reviews. If you have these elements set, the process of launching your blog is a few steps away. Okay, let's move on to setting up your blogging site. Choosing a blogging platform is one of the most essential steps in starting a blog. While there are many options available, I'll show you how to use WordPress, which is still the most used content management system in the world today. Offering complete control, SEO friendliness, and a supportive community, WordPress empowers you to create and manage your blog with ease and flexibility. Combined with the ease of use and reliability of managed WordPress hosting, running your blog has never been easier. Therefore, the first step is to grab a hosting plan to power up your blog. Head to this landing page by clicking the link in the description below and choose the package you prefer. I recommend the business package as it's the most popular one amongst our customers. Choose the 48-month subscription for the best deal, and don't forget to add the WP10 coupon code upon purchasing to get an extra discount. Once done, you'll be prompted to finish the onboarding process. Don't forget to choose blog as your website type and follow all the instructions there. I won't go into the details of this process as I'll focus more on writing the blog post itself. But if you need guidance for that, head to the tutorial video that I linked in the description below as well. After finishing the onboarding process, you'll get to access the WordPress admin panel, which looks something like this. Here, you can finally write your blog post on your own site backend. With your blog outline, headlines, keywords, and core content idea ready to go, it's time to begin writing your blog post. I recommend writing your first draft in the same document as your outline. This way, you can neatly do all the work in one place before you move the content to WordPress. Here's a couple more blog writing tips to keep in mind. First, write short paragraphs since readers tend to skim through them. Also, throw in some connecting sentences to smooth things out and hold on to your reader's focus. When writing, try to pick a unique angle or a problem to solve. After reading the competitor articles, find a content gap that you can answer in your blog post. Depending on the type of blog, you can also share your personal experiences to make the content more reliable and trustworthy. Finally, a strong conclusion is essential. Summarize the key points, add valuable takeaways, and include a call to action to engage readers. Several common call to action examples encourage readers to write a comment, share opinions on the topic, subscribe to your newsletter, buy your product or service, and download an ebook or other learning materials. By the way, I have an extra tip for you. I'm sure you're aware of how helpful AI is for content creation. While you can use third-party tools like ChatGPT and Gemini for blogging, there's a simpler way to incorporate AI into your writing. If you purchase the business hosting plan, you'll see this AI Content Creator tab under the Hosting menu. This tool generates content based on the information you specify. Select the content type, tone of voice, and the content length. You can even paste the blog outline here or add your target keywords. Just don't forget to hit enter after typing a keyword. Once you're all done, click Generate Content. Wait for the AI to finish its magic and you'll see the first draft written much like I'm showing you here. Clicking Edit as a draft will take you to the WordPress post editor where you can adjust your content accordingly. If you want to use this tool to get some writing reference, like a brainstorming tool to overcome your writer's block, you can copy and paste any content you see fit to your outline document. Simple, right? No matter which writing method you choose later, don't forget to move all of the text to WordPress. A good blog post isn't all text though. Let's see how we can make it more pleasing with some added visuals. To further enhance your post, consider incorporating multimedia elements such as images and videos. But let's start by adding a featured image. Just like YouTube thumbnails, a featured image creates the initial impression for potential readers. Therefore, it's important to make it high quality, appealing, and relevant to your content. Next, put images throughout your post to help readers retain information better. It's better to upload your own high quality images though. If you can, just use stock photos that you can download from copyright-free sites like Unsplash or Pixabay. Other than adding relevant images, consider adding other visual elements such as infographics, videos, illustrations, and screenshots. Doing so helps to make your content more engaging to the readers. If you need help in creating visual elements like infographics, you can use simple image editing software like Canva. For more advanced use, consider using AI tools like DALL-E to create highly detailed illustrations. As crucial as adding visual elements itself, don't forget to add an alt text. Every time you upload an image to the WordPress media library, there'll be an alt text box that you shouldn't skip filling in. It's beneficial for providing keywords for search engines to index. And at the same time, alt text also increases your site's accessibility. Additionally, ensure that the image file size doesn't exceed what's recommended by WordPress. If needed, compress them before uploading them to your site. Some WordPress plugins to help you keep your site loading fast, even with hefty images on it, include Lightspeed Cache and Smush. Since we're now talking about image optimization, let's dive deeper into more ways to make your blog post SEO friendly. Optimizing blog posts is essential for two main reasons: enhancing readability for your audience and improving visibility on search engines. To make your blog posts more reader-friendly, start by using clear and concise headings and titles. If you find any long-winded paragraphs, break the text into shorter ones to improve readability and aim for only 2 or 3 sentences per paragraph. When applicable, use bullet points to ensure a clear structure and flow throughout your post. They make it easier for your readers to skim content and grasp important details. Stay consistent with your writing style and tone of voice, which should be aligned with your target readers. Aside from staying true to your branding, it also helps build a connection with your audience. While those are only some of the ways to keep your blog post optimized for your readers, you also need to improve your content for search engines. As I briefly mentioned, strategically placing targeted keywords helps improve search engine rankings. Ensure your focus keyword is in the first 3 sentences of your article, included in headings and subheadings, and spread the semantically related keywords throughout the article. Then, craft a compelling meta description and title for your post. Keep your meta title around 50 to 60 characters and your description around 160 characters. This ensures that they will be fully displayed in search results. To make this process even easier, simply install an SEO plugin on your site. It will guide you in applying the best SEO practices for your blog. Once you reach this point, your blog post is finally ready to be published. Before publishing your blog post, take a moment to proofread for any spelling mistakes and preview how your post looks on different devices. Once you're satisfied with the content and structure of your article, you can finally publish the blog post. But it doesn't stop there though. You need to promote your blog post so it can reach a wider audience. Here are some social media sharing strategies that you should know about. First, include sneak peeks. You can share intriguing excerpts or insights from your post to boost interest. Next, you can also clearly communicate what readers will gain by actually reading your post. Tie this value proposition into the overall context of your social media content. Lastly, consider displaying your blog post link on your social media bio, making it accessible to interested readers. One more point after promoting your first blog post is to evaluate and improve your upcoming ones. Monitor key metrics like traffic sources, user demographics, and popular content using analytics tools like Google Analytics or Monster Insights. Analyzing these insights helps you to understand your audience, improve content strategy, and optimize your website for better engagement and conversions. Consistently doing this to your blog post will eventually help you to maximize your blog's impact. And that is all I have for you today. Feel free to share your blogging journey with me in the comments section below. And if you found this video helpful, show some love by giving it a like and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to Hostinger Academy and turn on your notifications so you won't miss out on more website development tips like this in the future. As always, thank you for watching and good luck on your blogging journey.